hola, namaste, kem cho. Are you busy, or being productive? I made you start thinking deep with the very first line of this episode, is it? Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work, said Aristotle. If you don't really enjoy what you are doing, you cannot give your 100%, you cannot give your best, however hard you try. You bet. I love talking, and hence I'm here talking to you, making videos for you. When I was in school as a student, my teachers used to ask me to get out of the class because I was very talkative. But now I'm getting paid for talking. I earn my salary for talking. I made my interest, that is my passion, that is talking, my profession. It doesn't feel like you are a job or you are working if you do what you are really interested in to 1000%. So this time, I'm going to share a short story like every other episode, like you've heard the stories in the past episode, but this time, it is not a fictional story. It is a real life story. 3-time Olympic gold medalist in swimming, Rebecca, works to avoid decision fatigue at all costs. What is decision fatigue? Let me explain. When Rebecca is not earning gold for Team USA in the Olympics, she is an entrepreneur working from home full-time. Like all the entrepreneurs, she too has to take a lot of small decisions all the time. And to avoid decision fatigue that reduces the ability to make good decisions, that wreaks havoc on your productivity, Rebecca has a good idea. She plans a day in advance so that she has to take less decisions the next day and she'll not be caught up the next morning. So you can do that too. Plan your day one day prior. The president of Pixar and Walt Disney Animation Studios, Ed Catmull, he tackles the voice in his head before he gets on to work. Ed meditates every single day. He, till now, hasn't missed a single day in years. Using a form of Vipassana meditation, he focuses on his breath. Not only does meditation form a relaxing habit for Ed, it also helps him prepare for whatever the day may throw at him because he's very focused. He knows what he's thinking, he knows what he's doing. If you ever tried and failed to form a meditation practice to boost your productivity in the past, don't be too downhearted. Ed admitted that just like most people like me and you, it always wasn't easy for him to block the other thoughts that comes in your mind while meditating. It happens with everybody. And the ideas will come and go during that practice. That's okay. Ultimate benefit of all these exercise, the meditation, the mindfulness, the focus training is that it sharpens your focus and increases your productivity. You won't be distracted from work or from your life. Yes, so the topic of the day, as you rightly know, is productivity. Stay tuned till the end because I'm going to share some tried and tested quick tricks, quick hacks with 1000% is going to help you to achieve your goals quicker and better. Also, it is important to understand that the lost time is never found again. So this is the time for all of you to focus on your career, future plans and getting on that right track. No hurries. I'm not saying you decide right now, right here, that what you want to do in the future or what is your career going to look like, because no matter how great the talent or efforts are, some things take time. You cannot produce a baby in 1 month, right? Our mothers, mine and yours, they patiently carried us all in their respective wombs for all 9 months to produce us, right? So productivity is being able to do things that you never are able to do before. It is important to focus on being productive instead of being busy all the time. Be productive, give your best. So however you do, whatever you do, you need to ask yourself how to get there. The key is not to prioritize what is your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. If you think of it, ordinary people think merely of spending time, but great people think of using time. Like how Jack Ma from Alibaba, he said, if there are 9 rabbits on a ground, if you want to catch one, just focus on one. You can't focus on all 9. एक भी हाथ में नहीं आएगा. Most of us procrastinate work, hence the productivity drops. We don't even realize that, oh my God, 1, 2, 3 years to the college, it went by and I didn't do any job, part-time job, internship. I didn't learn any new skill, any new language. I wanted to learn so much since so long. मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. Remember friends, you may delay, but time will not. Saying this, I don't have time really means that it's not your priority. If someone offered you tons of cash and money to do, you will find time for it, however, right? There are some who procrastinate, but there are some who have no goals at all. The tragedy in life doesn't lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goal to reach. Hope you do not fall in that category. And if you do, in that case, you have no dream, no goals for yourself, then today's episode is not for you. Switch off your device and go back right away. Because I'm going to share some quick productivity tips which will help you achieve the goal that you have, the dream that you have, the aspiration that you have, and you shall love it. Some would say that, yaar Megha, I have goals and I have dreams, but I don't have time. So listen, be it Gandhiji, be it MS Dhoni, or be it all the busy actors or Prime Minister, all of them have 24 hours just like me and you. Just that they are more productive. That is, they have priorities in life. They are more focused, So we are lesser focused, as simple, and hence we are lesser productive. Remember, where one has more to put into them, a day has 100 pockets. You will find your way. Now you would say, I also do 100 things, Megha. I'm busy all the time. I go to college, I bunk lectures, I go on long drives, I sit in the canteen, I hog fast food, I go on coffee dates, I chat with people, a movie marathon, I'm on Instagram, on social media, I keep updating photos, I binge being productive, this, that, blah, blah, blah. That is not being productive, my friend. That is called Vellapanthi. It is important to focus on being productive instead of being busy. Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused efforts. What to do in order to excel in whatever you dream and plan in the future? Until we can manage time, we can manage nothing else. So remember, engrave this in your heart and your mind. Time management is the key. No one is perfect. After a career of 15 years, even I am struggling and learning every day. And it is a lifetime process, trust me. You are never perfect. You always learn. You are a student for a lifetime, a perpetual learner. When you will start working, you won't get paid for 1 hour. You will get paid for the value you bring to that 1 hour, right? So don't confuse activity with productivity. Many people are simply busy being busy, said Robin Sharma. Let me repeat. Think about this line. Don't confuse activity with productivity. Many people are simply busy being busy. ऐसे तो नहीं चलेगा ना. So the first step, note down. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. सिर्फ बातें मत बनाओ. Time management is about life management. If one understands this, half of the work is done. Some people say, I spend all my life studying and I don't get results, yaar. So let me tell you, working on the right thing is probably most important than working hard. Working in a right way and the right thing will fetch results. You cannot blindfold and just work like some poor donkey without planning, my friends. We dwell in the smart world. I understand there is no substitute for hard work, said Edison, but smart work over hard work is the new age mantra. It's 2022, my dear friends. A lot of people have ideas, but there are a few who decide to do something about them now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Let me explain in detail. There's a tendency to mistake preparation for productivity. You can prepare all you want. But if you never roll the dice, you will never be successful. Also, now when we all discuss the importance of taking the first step and rolling it out, it is also important to understand this, that don't be a robot, build a robot. Very interesting quote I found on internet about productivity, and it said that my goal is no longer to get more done, but my goal rather is to have less to do. Plan your day in a way that you don't feel overworked or overwhelmed. Goal is to have less to do. That is a short, simple definition of productivity. Some tricks and hacks that might help you to achieve all of that will be discussed in today's list. And the number one hack is make a task list, a to-do list. Have you ever wondered why are there calendars, reminder apps and similar widgets inbuilt in our mobile phones already? We don't have to download or add them additionally from the Play Store, right? So it's right there. We have all seen our parents, especially the grandparents, using those traditional calendars. You remember? They used to keep a note of every task they're supposed to do in that calendar, and they used to circle and write things weekly and monthly routines where they kept ticking and circling and dates and tasks and whatnot. Pura bhar jata tha. Number one benefit of that habit being it gets documented and hence lesser load on the brain. One doesn't have to remember anything. कि मेरे को ये करना है, वो करना है. Task is offloaded. So make a task list. Number 2, the benefit of making a task list is that it is a proven fact that when you have a list of tasks jotted down in front of your eyes, your mind gets alert, oriented, and it is drawn towards finishing and ticking those tasks off as soon as possible. So if it is jotted down, you might take a little lesser time to finish them, and you might not have to even forget a particular task. So tip of the day is to ensure that you make a daily task list and to make a to-do list. As a matter of fact, any goal, whether big or small, can only be reached through a vehicle called plan. And when you set up a particular goal, your brain automatically opens a task list. So remember, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And you don't want to do that, right? So the task for the day is that you start making a to-do list every day. Now, some of you might say that I already have done that every single day, Megha. So, if you're doing that, well and good, pet yourself. But if you do not, start making a task list and timeline for each single day for a stretch of 21 days. And you will see the difference in your own productivity. It will become a habit for you. If you continue doing that for 21 days, 22nd day, you don't have to put in efforts to remind yourself to make a task list. While making a task list, use 6 list rule. Every working day, write down 6 tasks only. Order of importance that you have to manage and tackle them one by one. If some don't get completed, no worries. You reorder into the next day's list. Simple. Plan the entire week and month in advance. This is productivity hack number 2. Tick, 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 tick. It brings happiness when you do that. Now you understand. There is an innate human feeling of pride and satisfaction in creating a to-do list of things and then you actually accomplish them. वो tick करने में जो खुशी मिलती है. So once you make a to-do list, subtracting from your list of priorities is as important as adding to it. Now, how do you do that? Answer to it is plan your entire week and month in advance. Now you would say, come on, I'm already getting the habit of making a 365 days to-do list. So why to make another weekly or monthly list again? Dear friends, monthly list will have a clear and a bigger picture of your life goals. If you will set thinking ball rolling, it will help you navigate your way towards your final destination. For example, if your daily list can have your work goals plus a small, unimportant but important personal tasks like buying fruits, working out, brushing your teeth in the night, that too, it is part of your to-do list, write those. Eventually, you tick those monthly tasks of getting healthier. Those small tips will help you at the end of week and the month. Remember, it is important to set larger goals and give them a timeline, that by the end of this month I want to finish this, by end of this week I want to complete this. By giving yourself weekly and monthly time limits, say a deadline to a particular task, you can better understand which tasks are more urgent and hence plan and distribute the workload for the coming month accordingly. And come on, nothing of it is a rocket science, Your calendar is your friend. Make the most of it. Whether it is blocking out time for work calls, college calls, friends, whatever it is, even just making sure that your weekend reserved in advance for little rest and relaxation, to attend the craft class, learning a sport, or a new language, or whatever you want to do, setting aside a couple of hours each week to go through your key performance indicators. It will help you gauge your overall long-term performance in life. So my point here is, I'm asking you to make a monthly to-do list is to remember that it will help you align your tasks to an outcome. फाइनल आउटपुट जिसे हम बोलते हैं, जिससे कि you know what you eventually want to do in your life. It will help you tick the weekly goals, monthly goals, and further life के बड़े goals. If you plan your month in advance, you will waste less time deliberating over deals like which tasks to prioritize first and how long you think of a particular job will take. Some call it monthly planner, some call it bullet journal, call whatever. But a pro tip, to be goal-oriented rather than following a mere to-do list, it's important to check your life goals and not those mere boxes. Think about it. Starve your distractions. Feed your focus. A very important point. How to starve your distractions? Do you know who is your real tough competitor? Your real competition is your distractions. Distractions by nature are very, very competitive and attention seeking. The moment they fail to entangle us, they try their best until they trap you. But as we discussed earlier, be fixated with your focus. Now you might say that with the social media around, there are so many reasons to get distracted. But stop getting distracted by things that have nothing to do with your goals. You cannot do big things if you are distracted by small things, mind you, and you want to do big, right? Distractions are plateful, but the time is short. Distraction is a killer of dreams, vision, and goals. So do not let it win. Consciously ignore and avoid the distractions. One more important productivity hack you need to note down: learn to say no. Avoid being people pleaser, please. Say no to opportunities and favors, and you will find yourself with more time to reach your goals. You have to be able to say no sometimes. People will always come to you with questions and requests. So if you don't have the time, don't think something is a good idea, or simply don't have the energy to do something, then just say no. Your heart says it is bad, but no. Your mind has already calculated that it will make you drain your energy, distract you from your final goal, or it's not worth the time investment. And time is money, remember, so don't waste. It's only by saying no that you can concentrate on the things that are really important. Sometimes your friend might force you, let's go on a long drive. You want to work on a project, tell no, I don't want to come. I have another priority, and manage your life, manage your time. I myself am still struggling to learn that art of saying no. It is difficult and important both at the same time. But trust me, by learning to say no, you are doing yourself a favor. Don't be skeptical to disappoint people who only conveniently remember you when they want something from you or their own benefit, Now remember, you too have made your own list of tasks. You might as well be loyal to yourself first. So if you want more time, freedom, energy, start saying no. The next important point is dedicated workspace, study table. Ever wondered why is it called laptop? The device derives its name from being able to be used by placing it on a person's lap. without the need of a desk. But no, don't go by its name literally. In future, you will start working, job and your startup or maybe your own business. If you work from home, just don't sit on the couch or on the bed or on the laptop or on the sofa or wherever. Remember, a table and a chair is a must to ensure a straight spine and little less lousier you and hence a productive you. Working from bed sounds like a dreamy, romantic notion, like you hit the job jackpot. You might imagine yourself with a cup of tea or coffee and snacks and hot food and cold beverages. And, in the same time, in a lot of cases, it sounds cute. The pet is cuddling you and quietly cheering you. And you are comfortable in your pajama, shorts and pants while you're on your job. But no. This doesn't improve your productivity. It makes you lazier and lousier. However, that is a slippery slope that I can quickly re-escalate to a lack of self-control. I learned this the hard way. I also used to do that, from my bed, but no, it doesn't help. Using the bed as a workspace, it means that you're bringing your work to your bed. So both literally and figuratively, all 24 hours, you mix the two. So you are likely to continue thinking about work and you have a hard time, tuning to work mode off. Even when you go off to sleep, you think about the work because you work there itself. You have to spend the whole day in the same ambience, right? And that is going to be mixing everything. And sleep is sacred. Sleep is just too precious to be compromised by turning your bed into a workspace, right? So from sound, restful sleep to posture and productivity benefits, leaving the bed alone during the day has a ton of benefit. When it's time to hit the pillow at night, you will be grateful you made an effort to create healthy boundaries between work and sleep. On the other hand, you will never feel fully productive when you work from bed all the time. You may find yourself giving in a heavy eyes and taking naps, and when you want to be just working, you're doing things which you shouldn't do while working. So trust me, I know the experience. Have your own desk, have your own workspace. Without fail, dedicate a study table where you can sit, study or work and then leave it once you are done. The next important point is, after you dedicate a workspace to yourself, declutter that desk. Keep it clean. Clutter on your desk leads to clutter in your mind. A messy workspace can make you feel disorganized, sometimes unfocused, or even downright panicked as you look at all the papers and junk in that space. Trust me, the benefits of working on a cleaner desk are immediate. This is a proven psychological fact that there is a huge stress involved with disorganization. If you ever felt unsettled in a room at home, you know how the environment can affect your physical or mental state. In the long run, the external clutter it takes a toll on your internal state as well. So, if you love your workspace, you will love your work a little more. It's very crucial to organize your desk. As I said earlier, untidy space is equal to untidy mind. Decluttering doesn't happen overnight. It is a process, and often, one requires equal parts of motivation and inspiration to keep the desk clean. You need to form a habit that comes gradually. When you look at the clutter, it is easy to see just the physical, the tangible items that you have accumulated in the pen and the books and the mug and the diary and the papers and the chargers, the messy cupboards, etc. Yes, the mess itself can get annoying, but the real issue with the clutter is deeper than what you think. Trust me, keep your desk clean. After keeping your desk clean and decluttering your workspace, the next important productivity hack or trick or tip is don't multitask. Yes, you heard it right. I'm not asking you to work more or multitask. I'm saying do not multitask. Did you know multitasking lowers your IQ as much as smoking weed? Yes, you heard it right. avoid heavy multitasking as much as possible, because multitasking, it divides your attention and leads to confusion and weakened focus. The worst habit of busy people is to accomplish more than one goal, and thereby they keep switching between different tasks all the time. Say no to multiple goals for each day. Research shows that we don't multitask. We are biologically incapable of processing information-rich inputs simultaneously. Tell me one thing, can you listen to radio commentary and follow a TV series both at the same time? No, right? So studies show that people who are interrupted takes 50% longer to accomplish a task. Not only that, he or she makes up to 50% more errors. Did you notice when you are too distracted, you make more errors and typos than the usual? Some tests have even shown that performing multiple tasks on a regular basis adversely affects the human psyche. You're compromising on the final output. The first step to utilize your productivity to the fullest is to stop focusing on more than one task at a time. Many people feel that one must multitask because every day everybody else is multitasking. I have to do that. Tell me, why do you multitask? To save time, correct? But my personal experience says that multitasking leads to bogus productivity, and it takes up additional time rather than actually saving your time. Hence, it is important to slow down and focus. And now is one of the most important productivity hack. Please share with all your friends. Turn off the notification alerts. People look at their phones 47 times per day on an average. Younger people look at their phones 82 times per day. This is found by a study done by Deloitte, and that is back in 2016. Abhi to 2022 hai. I don't know how many times do you scroll. 82 se shayad 182, 200, you never know. And you bet there might be many more who would challenge these numbers which I said and surpass the documented record out of all of you. And these are no aliens, it's out of you. Tell me, what will happen if you chase two rabbits at the same time? Both will run away and you would be able to catch none. Simple, right? So 90% of the notification beep is equal to just another meaningless message to keep you from paying attention to all that matters. So ignore. The notification from various social media apps ensures that there is steady interruption and distraction that hampers our capacity to focus on a particular assignment even for a brief period of time. So importantly, remember, stop letting people hijack your day. Turn off the alerts. Push notification is equal to distraction. Turn them off and celebrate your newfound freedom. Try and see how wow you feel after turning off the notification of most applications you have downloaded on your phone. Abhi try karo, band kar do. Isko pause karo, go to settings, pause the notifications. Going further, some people choose to keep their phone in airplane mode in the morning till their first task is done. I know it's way too much of digital detox, but that's the way which worked for some aliens under the sun. मैं तो इतना नहीं करती, but at least मेरे notifications बंद है. Because even you know that it's terribly tough to get into your zen zone when your phone is buzzing every few minutes. Depending on how chatty your phone is, you may get notifications for everything from emails to retweets to reposts to FB, Insta, YouTube, Clubhouse, shopping apps, gaming apps. The notifications are on and what not. There are many others, It's essential to shut them off. Trust me, you will see efficiency skyrocket once you see and tell your phone that please stop blabbering. So the ground golden rule, turn off your notification and turn on your life. Because notifications are alarm clocks that someone else sets up for you. Turn them off. The next productivity hack you are going to love following when it is about your exams or tasks is use the Pomodoro technique. Now, what not to do, we already discussed. Now, let's come to what to do, and this is the technique. The technique that helps you achieve your goal is Pomodoro technique. It simply says 25 minutes of work followed by a 5 minutes of break. Quite simple, it works. You work hard, you deserve a break. Maybe with a Kit Kat, maybe with a cup of tea or coffee, maybe a walk in a park nearby, calling up a friend and chit-chatting, playing a quick game. It's easy to burn yourself out if you try to work at a full throttle all day long. Thak jaoge. The truth is that your mind just aren't designed to work that way. For optimal productivity, try the popular and praised Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then give yourself a 5 minutes break. The thinking behind it is that by breaking down your tasks into chunks of time, you will be more focused and more productive. Here is how it works. So make a list of tasks and prioritize. Now set the timer for 25 minutes in your mobile or alarm clock, wherever, and start on your task. End your task when the timer rings 25 minutes and later place a check mark next to your task. Take a break about say 3 to 5 minutes. Set the timer again and get back to your next task. Agla chapter padna shuru kar do. Continue with the previous task if it is not yet finished for another 25 minutes, and so on and so forth. When you get check marks, that is 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break up to say 30 minutes. You deserve that क्योंकि 25 4 बार कर चुके हो, so you deserve a longer break. Take a break of 30 minutes to relax and come back energized with your next Pomodoro. It gives brain time to assimilate the information. You retain the information when you take that little break. After the Pomodoro, one last tip that is super duper cool and I have to share it with you, you will love it, and that's the 5-second countdown. The 5-second rule is very simple. If you have an instinct to act on a goal, you must physically move within first 5 seconds or your brain will kill it. So you want to drink water, drink it now. The moment you feel an instinct or a desire to act on a goal or a commitment, use this rule. When you feel yourself, hesitate before doing something that you know that you should do, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go and work towards the action. There is a window that exists between the moment you have an instinct to change and your mind killing it. So it's a 5-second window and it exists for everyone. Just start counting backwards to yourself, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And by the time you get to 0, get up and start working on it. Simple, but very effective. Also, come on, haven't we all already done that before several times? While we used to wake up for school every morning. I applied that technique unknowingly. I'm sure you might have done that too. Who likes to wake up early and read in the wee hours during those exam days? We do this, right? Ki yaar, ab to khada hona hi hai. Ho jao khade, So pro tip here is, mind you, an instinct is not clicking on that proceed to pay button on an expensive shopping site, An instinct is not a rash, irreversible decision. It's not destructive, it's not illegal or harmful behavior. So understand when and where to use the 5-second countdown rule. May within those 5 seconds, the wisdom bubble opens inside you and you win. That's all for the day. The really happy people are those who have broken the chains of procrastination, those who find satisfaction in doing their job, and they are full of eagerness, zest, and productivity that yes, I can do that too. Wishing you the best.